no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog.
All right, Coach, the bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180! 54
Mayfield to throw it this time. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. You think back to last year when these two teams met in Week 3. That was a big one for the Browns franchise and for Baker Mayfield. Mayfield came in relief of Tyrod Taylor and broke the Browns' 19-game losing streak, beating fellow rookie Sam Darnold 21-17. And after the game, a lot of you will remember Browns management unlocking the, shall we call them, refreshment fridges that had been padlocked for so long until the Browns got that victory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's out to Chubb, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All day. All day. Watch Twitch. Watch Twitch.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. On 1st down. Hunt. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Mayfield now. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Cut.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
180.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Mayfield to throw it, going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Faking the give, Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, Sam Darnold trots off, and on comes another Sam. Jets kicker Sam Ficken. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go, son. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's a party now.
3rd and 2, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
I got you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Crowder now to return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. 53, check 53. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's got Smith here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lift their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the carry, it's Cannon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Stand up in. Safe.
Again, here's Adams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now he'll tuck it and run. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Landry that time. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
53, check 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On second down now, it's Adams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jets on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold from the gun. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, this is Cannon. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Play 56, play 56.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And
all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. And again, it's Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw, Mayfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 4th down, Mayfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A carry for Adams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot. In the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for
that is going to be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
This is fielded at the 7.
We play to win. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Cannon. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's got daylight. The 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, 93 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This will be taken very short. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did